We need trade deals as fast as we can for Nebraska. We're an export state, and our corn and soybeans right now are being shut out of the market, and that's why Nebraska is on.
Nebraska going into bankruptcy because of self-inflicted damage. They were team firing over here, saying, you know what, everybody pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Due to his tariffs and the loss of all of our migrant farm workers, our state has lost over $500 million. It's so bad that Governor Pillen had to call and ask.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Nebraska's farmers are going broke fast. They voted for Trump, but now his own policies are crushing them, and MAGA is furious. Guys, let's watch the clip. The credit goes to the direct owner of the video. I'll be back in a few minutes.
We need trade deals as fast as we can for Nebraska. We're an export state, and our corn and soybeans right now are being shut out of the market, and that's why Nebraska is on its heels right now. We've lost about 6% of our GDP, according to the economic numbers that are official, and that's not a good sign. And so if we can get some tariff deals and get these markets open back up, ultimately that's what we want.
Maybe y'all saw the news out of Nebraska today. Our state has, in fact, gone bankrupt. Due to his tariffs and the loss of all of our migrant farm workers, our state has lost over $500 million. It's so bad that Governor Pillen had to call and ask him for a bailout, and we don't know if he's going to give it to us. My husband and I did used to own a farm here in Nebraska, and thanks to the loss of all the workers, we went bankrupt, and bankruptcies in our state overall are at a record high right now. It's still just so weird to me because we all voted red. Nebraska, every county, every district overwhelmingly voted red, and that seems to have been the reason that we're all out of business now. And that just doesn't make that much sense to me. If you vote for a party, shouldn't they protect you? Shouldn't they pass policies that will help you stay out of bankruptcy? And it's not just the farms, but the whole state is going under because we voted red. When you're a farming family like mine, I can see now that it is important to think before you vote.
Okay, guys, farmers in Nebraska are losing everything. Seeds, equipment, and fuel prices keep goes up. But the government's policies they supported made it even worse. Many of these farmers believe Trump will save them. Instead, they are now facing bankruptcy. Guys, let's watch the clip. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Nebraska going into bankruptcy because of self-inflicted damage. They were team firing over here, saying, you know what, everybody pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Our ideology is nobody should get anything that they don't deserve. Now they want a bailout. They're asking for socialism. Socialism bad until I need socialism. Get the fuck out of here.
What can you say about this latest FAFO regarding Montana and Nebraska farmers going bankrupt and having to close their farms? This is what you guys voted for, and people tried to warn you that this was going to be a thing. When I hear stories about the $2 billion soybean deal with China that fell through for Nebraska due to the tariffs, and then, the closing of migrant farms and all of this stuff, and Montana farmers going bankrupt, it's like, you can't say that people didn't warn you that this was going to be a thing. You just chose not to listen. Did you really think that Daddy Trump winning was going to line your pockets? Sorry to say that the only pockets that are going to get lined are the 1%. Nobody else. Sorry.
Okay, guys, Trump's trade war with China hurt farmers the most. Crops they used to sell overseas are now stuck in silos with no buyers. These same farmers once cheered for him, but now they are angry because their own votes backfired. Guys, imagine just they vote against themselves. Now they're losing everything. So let's watch the clip. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Nebraskans are pissed. Bigly, Askins, the Askins are pissed. Nebraskans, no one wants to hear Farmer John with his butt crack showing, married to a Karen, complaining about losing your little farm when you voted for me. They don't feel sorry for you, and I don't need your votes anymore, so I don't care. Bigly, Nebraskans, what did you think was gonna happen? If all your workers were Mexicans and we got rid of all the Mexicans, who's gonna be your workers? Guess what? You can take a page from the book of the Native Americans, followed by the African Americans, Chinese Americans, Indian Americans. Listen, what we're gonna do is crash the economy so all the rich people can buy up everything for super dirt cheap, including your land, Nebraska farmer dude. I don't know. And once we buy it for dirt cheap, we will hire you to work on said land. Hello, this is a tale as old as time. We've done it so many times before. And the fact that you thought you were exempt is absolutely hilarious. Bigly, it's funny because you guys are really effing around and finding out. Decided to put a little pause on the tariff situation. Canada had a problem and we came in and helped them solve it. They had a problem that there were tariffs that they could not pay. And I said, I will be your savior. I will take the tariffs away. You're welcome. Thank you. Nebraska, I've actually sold Nebraska to Vladimir Putin. And we know I like to say Putin. That's my friend. In exchange for 2 new mail order brides that should be here by Thursday. One of them's gonna come with me into my forever cryo chamber where I will live in infamy and be the president of the United States for the rest of existence and time. Bigly, we're doing very well with.
Okay, guys, MAGA supporters are realizing that slogans don't pay bills. That's true. Farming is hard work, but without fair policies and fair trade, farmers can't survive. The sad truth is, many of them are losing their land, and their anger is growing every single day. Guys, imagine these farmers, they were safe before they was really doing what their work very well, but they vote the policy which against themselves. So guys, let's keep watching the clip. I'll be back with more commentary.
So it appears as though Nebraska is about to go through some things. They're about to have their find out moment, if you will. In 2024, the state of Nebraska overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. Knowing he was going to put tariffs on everything, knowing what a malignant shit show his first presidency was, and they overwhelmingly voted for him anyway. Party over country, I guess, right? So what Nebraska is about to find out is that in possibly 2 more quarters or 6 months, the entire state of Nebraska is going to have to file for bankruptcy. They're broke. Why? Because in 2024, the state of Nebraska overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. What they voted for, they were so hyped up to get rid of illegal criminals. That's what they thought they were voting for. What they actually voted for is eliminating their entire workforce. The entire state's farm labor workforce is basically vanished. Rightfully so. I wouldn't want to be there either. And then you get this pretty MAGA lady all over all these apps and all of the internet crying about how Nebraska's going to go broke and how they're going to lose their farms. You knew that. We told you. But you voted for hate.
Okay, guys, this story is bigger than just Nebraska farmers. It's about broken promises and the real cost of politics. When Trump promised to make America great again, farmers thought he meant protecting their jobs and their land, but the trade war, the rising costs, and the lack of support showed a different reality. Now, families who worked the soil for generations and facing foreclosure, land that was passed down for decades is being lost in just a few years. Some farmers are even selling their equipment just for survive. Imagine, guys, the farmers, they reach in the level to sell the equipment just to survive. The iron is painful. Many of these farmers voted for the very policies that are destroying them. So bad. They thought government would fight for them, but instead the government abandoned them. This is so ridiculous. This should be a lesson for all of us. Voting for slogans and anger is not the same as voting for real solutions. Farmers need a real support, better trade deals, fair prices for crops, and protection from rising costs. Without that, rural America will keep collapsing. And the truth is, when farmers go bankrupt, we all feel it. Food becoming more expensive, community lose jobs, and small towns died out. What we are seeing in Nebraska is only the beginning if nothing changed. So yes, MAGA is furious, but the anger won't bring back the lost farm. Only real policy, real planning, and real care for working people can do that. Until then, farmers in Nebraska and across America will continue to pay the price of broken promises. Guys, so they voted against themselves. Now they are feeling it now. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, put a comment in the comment section. Thank you. See you.